Jeez, what a little crybaby.
You gonna cry all day, crybaby?
You know, everyone has problems. It doesn't mean you have to be a little crybaby about it.
Come on, guys, let's go. This kid is totally not cool.
Yeah, that's the most uncool kid I've ever met.
Little crybaby.
Yes! Yes! Oh, let me taste your tears. Your tears are so yummy and sweet.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. There are some things I will never tire of for the rest of my life. Drinking a bourbon on my front porch as the sun sets, listening to Johnny Cash, my wife making homemade cinnamon rolls from scratch on Christmas morning as my kids play with their new toys, and watching libs cry salty, molten tears in Washington, D.C. because they've lost to Donald Trump.
That opposition, Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama
So this is definitely the most famous video in modern political history. It's up there with the Zapruder film. The sheer mimetic energy of this moment, even Donald Trump appreciates it.
Thing with the women screaming, that one woman with the glasses, she's become famous. No.
Donald J. Trump is now
The reason why is because none of us tire of the salty tears of the libs. That's why we have a massive salt shaker in our studio. It's why we subsist off of pure sodium from these tears, and it's why we're very excited to usher more of them in. Like, for instance, did you know that Jack Smith dropped his case into President Trump today? Now, all federal cases against Donald Trump officially done for. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. They've been dismissed. It's over. Donald Trump declaring total and complete legal victory. Ladies and gentlemen, there's more to cry over. Like this, new data out today, showing that every single group in America, every demographic in America, every demographic, black, Hispanic, Asian, white, no degree, non-white, BA, non-white, no degree, ages 18, 30, 45 to 64, all of them have had a either double-digit or near double-digit swing to President Trump. Some of the swings have been plus 37 points. Some of them, like black American, Hispanic Americans, have swung plus 30 points towards Republicans. And you're looking at a world where, if Kash Patel does his job at the FBI and Pam Bondi at the DOJ, and they go after election fraud, that it becomes impossible for a Democrat to win. If you institute mandatory voter ID, it becomes impossible for a Democrat to win. So there's a lot of reasons to cry right now for libs, including but not limited to Donald Trump saying he wants to put Hulk Hogan in his administration. Hulk Hogan suggests Donald Trump may nominate him for the administration. This is how Donald Trump will decide policy in the new era. Anyway, what am I getting at here? What I'm saying here is that libs are crying again. And Donald Trump is still months away from being sworn into office, and libs are still crying. Touching moment as Joe Biden breaks down in tears as Jill hails her husband as a hero. Jill Biden broke down in tears. First Lady Jill hailed her husband as a hero during the president's farewell dinner at the White House. The outgoing U.S. president has overcome with emotion as his wife paid tribute to his decades of service. Really, has it really been service or has it been self-service? On Friday, Jill praised her husband. What I've watched you more than 40 years is extraordinary, Joe. You've done 4 years breathtaking. As Biden wiped a tear from his cheek, Biden reached for a tissue in his pocket. His wife raised a glass, toasting, "My husband and hero, Joe Biden." You know, none of these people are heroes. I don't feel sorry for them at all. You don't need to hear Joe Biden's stupid speech. Here's Joe Biden, like, crying. You can see it here at the very end. Joe Biden has to wipe his tears away. It's a performance. It's always been a performance. The whole thing is fake. It's all completely and totally fraudulent. It's like Lizzo or Cardi B endorsing Kamala Harris. It's the stuff of Hollywood fakery, tricks, dirty tricks pulled on you, the American people. Joe Biden isn't a noble statesman. He isn't a genius at foreign policy. He's none of the things they claim that he was. Joe Biden is a fraud. Despised by the American people. He's not the most popular president ever. Remember when they said Joe Biden's the most popular president in American history? No. Joe Biden's a criminal who deserves to be investigated for his crimes, multiple crimes of his family, who have simply grifted off the American people. Joe Biden isn't a servant at all. He's a grifter. And he deserved to cry, as his legacy, of course, is in total and complete shambles, along with his plastic surgery. Man, what's going to happen to Joe Biden after this? I laugh and I giggle at this stuff about, Kamala Harris and how Joe Biden hates her clearly and how lonely the Bidens are now. But you make your bed, man. You sleep in it. I wish no sleep on these people and no rest, because they truly have tortured the American experiment within an inch of his life. I mean, we were so close. A confluence of miracles kept this country together, and we should always remember that and thank God for it. I have no empathy for these people. What they did to our country goes far beyond bad policies. They're ruthless, vicious, intentional in their demolition of America, and they profited handsomely from it. We should never forget that, and we should have accountability. Apparently, there will be accountability. Insiders expect DOJ attorneys resign en masse to avoid being canned by Donald Trump. Is there any way we can get this in writing? Yes. It is an amazing moment to look at the weakness and feebleness of our federal government. Look at this. Blinken, this is the Secretary of State, mocked for hosting State Department cry sessions after officials have personal meltdown over Trump victory. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is under fire for being accused of hosting therapy cry sessions to department staffers upset at Donald Trump's election night victory. Blinken, who is expected to be replaced by Marco Rubio in January, has frequently clashed with Republican-controlled Congress, being held in contempt in September for skipping a hearing of disastrous Afghanistan withdrawal. California Congressman and Trump ally Darrell Issa wrote an open letter to Blinken, smashing the State Department for rumored counseling sessions Trump win, calling them disturbing. So to sit there and sob and cry together. Managing stress during change. Biden-Harris State Department holds therapy sessions after Trump win. Our ruling class is despicable, grotesque, weak, and soft. This is the letter from Darrell Issa to Anthony Blinken saying, what the hell are you spending money? You're spending money, you're spending American taxpayer resources on crying sessions because you didn't like what the American public who own you have to say in their election. Unacceptable that the department accommodates this behavior. House Foreign Affairs members call State Department briefing over post-election therapy sessions. It just shows how corrupt the entire system is, how rigged it is against us, that these kind of things happen and that they're allowed. Like, nobody should cry when the American public rejects a political party that is horrendously unpopular and has failed on every level, with one exception, destroying America. Of that, they have succeeded at it in shocking speed. Joe Biden's lonely and lost final days in the office. Netflix binges, quiet tears, and shunned by Kamala Harris campaign. Oh no. You'd think having a sitting president on your side would be seen as a sizable upper than the last hours of your own campaign in the White House. Not so for Kamala Harris. On Sunday, as Democrat nominee made her final push for the election, Harris rounded up a star-studded crew of political big names and deployed them to tough swing states. Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, even current First Lady Jill Biden was out for Harris, but Joe Biden was nowhere to be seen. This is great. What is this from? 5th of November. Oh, okay. Yeah. He was hidden away in his hometown of Wilmington, Delaware, comfortably blue state, enjoying a long lunch at his golf club with an old friend. Days before Biden had embarrassed Harris with yet another gaffe, appearing to refer to Donald Trump supporters as garbage. Publicly, the White House insisted that he hadn't in fact said what everyone had heard. Behind closed doors, the message from the Harris campaign was clear: stay away. Don't feel sorry for these people. Don't. You can see all the crying Joe Biden clips. No, this is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them. This is the wages of sin. All right. This is them You make your friends, you make your career on fraudulence and on ripping off the American public, on deception, and this is what you deserve. You deserve a very, very lonely send-off, and that is what they're getting. Good riddance. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe.